Okay, now we in Dreamweaver. We're in Dreamweaver right now. So I go to File, Open, and navigate to the test website folder, and this is the HTML document that Photoshop created, and this right here is the image folder. And as you see in the image folder, those are all the slices that I created: the footer, the header, the main content, and so on. So open this file, and right now I'm in Dreamweaver. If you don't know much about Dreamweaver, I'm gonna go over some Dreamweaver interfaces which you can do. And right now I'm in Dreamweaver CS4. I really don't use Dreamweaver CS5 because I have a lot of extra advanced features that I particularly don't use. So I'm in Dreamweaver CS4. And right here at the top left, you have the code version, where you can see only the code. You can see only the design, and so you can click on each one of these, or you can split and see the code and the design. That's the way I like to work. Now, as you notice, all these images right now are images. There's not text anymore. They're images. So right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna, instead of using tables, we're gonna use CSS, cascading style sheets, and I'm gonna create a video on CSS in depth a little later. But right now, this website is set up in tables. That's the way CS4 and I believe CS5 and they set them up in default. They set them up in tables, but we're going to use CSS. But I still wanted to create this to show you how to use the div tags, what you call the div tags. And what the div tags does is put everything in this little box, just like Illustrator did. And I end up quitting out of the Illustrator. I have to open it back up. But each one of these had its individual box. It's going to take a second here. We're going to open this file again. And what I'm going to do in Dreamweaver is create the main container. The main container is the red. The main container goes all the way around. The header is just the header, the menu, and so on and so forth, just like I explained before. So let's go back to Dreamweaver. Okay. Now we're in Dreamweaver. I want to create the main container as a div tag. Okay. Dreamweaver can create the CSS for you, but it gets a little confusing when you're creating div tags inside of div tags that are inside of div tags. Div tags work like a box, a box within a box within a box, and it gets confusing. So I'd rather just type it out, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. The first thing you want to do is, in a sense, you want to destroy this website. You want to destroy it. So you would want to just get rid of it. Right here, you're inside of the body. This is the body, and I think I explained this before. The body. This is a table, and you want all your information to go inside the body. Okay, so let's take all this from here down. There's the closing body tag. Click there, delete. Okay, and we can remove all these attributes all the way to the body. Damn, even that quotation. Now we're starting with a blank slate. The reason why I sliced everything up is when you want to go advanced, you will slice up each individual pieces. We're going to talk about that. So the first thing I want to do is create a main container. That's the main container. So I will say the proper HTML is div. That's why they call it div tags. Div. And as you can see, Dreamweaver fills it in for you. So you want a div, you want an ID, and it's gonna put the cursor between the two quotations, and I named it main underscore container. Okay. And put your cursor on the other side of the quotation, and you want to close this div tag off with the clothing sign. And then you want to open a closed div tag. So hit the slice, and this is your main container. So everything that goes in here is inside the main container. So this dotted line is the main container. And right now there's no attributes, and I'm going to show you how to add attributes. So what I do to keep myself organized, I'll say main container goes here. Okay. And let's go back to Illustrator, and everything goes inside of the main container. Everything, all the header, the menu bar, and everything. So go here, back to Dreamweaver, and take this closing tag because this is inside the main container, and everything goes in there. Now I gotta add the header. So it's going to be the same thing. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, a box inside of a box. Div ID equals quotations. And this is the way I usually do it. Close it. And it close. And I'll call this header. Header. Bam. And I'll say header goes here, and header goes here should appear right below main container, and it does. Now it starts to get a little confusing when you want to add other div tags inside of the header, and it's okay to do that. So there's a way to write comments on your HTML without them affecting what you're seeing, and the way that works is you do the less than sign, exclamation point, about 3 or 4 dotted lines, and say this is the end of the main container. And as you notice, everything below that is gray. And if I stop there, the body tag is gray, the HTML tag is gray. That means it's not reading. So you have to close it off. And the way you close it off is you simply add the dots and I believe a closing. And you can put anything in here. Like if you was building a website together, if you was building a website with a friend, you can put a comment in there saying, on June 17th, add another container. And no one could see it except this comment. This is called comments because this is grayed out. Okay. And you want to put that at the end of the header too. See how that works? So header ends here. So I put there and put... This is the end of the header. So, and that way I can keep myself organized, because these div tags, if you got a lot of them, they get a little confusing. Now, below the header is the menu, so it's below this. So I'm gonna add the menu, and I'm gonna stop here until I get all of them in order. I'm not gonna sit here and do all of them, but that's how it pretty much works. So you go div ID header, other side, close that, bam, and then of course I put header here, and I'm gonna stop the video until I get all these set up.